Major Slack Videos.
Well, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Elden Ring. I'm assuming that everybody farmed up 10,000 runes and is ready to go. And I'm sure some of you went ape shit and farmed up 100,000 runes. You don't even need me anymore. Well, good luck to you. For those of you who are still following the walkthrough, we are going to level up with this 10,000 runes. And we're going to put 1 point into strength. Strength? Yes, that's right, strength. And we're going to put another point into intelligence. Alright? Okay, and that leaves me with 683 runes. We're going to do a boss fight right now. And the best thing to do before every boss fight is to spend all your money. Let's go back to the Church of Ella.
Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything?
We're here for two reasons. One is to ask about Blaid. That's a funny name. Blaid. Blaid. Okay, how do you pronounce his name there, buddy?
Then you met Blythe, did you?
Blaid.
Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands.
Yeah.
But he's a good egg.
Okay, that's good to know.
I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another.
That's important that you do that. Alright? Next. Like I said, let's spend some money. Get rid of our money. One thing I never noticed before is when you want to buy a cookbook, you can see what the cookbook is selling by pressing whatever this button is for you. Switch display. Is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. Switch view. Sorry. No, it's switch display. That's right. This button right here. And it tells you what the cookbook's going to give you, which is really handy. So that's what this one's going to give us. Let's buy it. There we go. And what else? We still have 183 runes left. Let's buy some throwing daggers.
Goodbye.
There. Now you only have 23 runes left. Well, your mileage may vary, but spend all your money. Alright? So, now, after we talk to Kale about Blyde, let's go to Agil Lake South. We're going to get a super kick-ass weapon. For this, it would be best to organize your spells thusly. Put in Glintblade Phalanx, then put in Magic Glintblade. Pebble, I don't think we're going to need. So let's just keep those two spells for now so that you're just swapping back and forth between those two spells. Just like that. Alright, and we're going to bring up our sword, and we're going to have that. So the staff in your left hand and your sword in your... Actually, no. That's a bad idea. Let's put it like this. Let's put the staff in the right hand and the shield in the left. Just like that. Okay, and we're going to start out with Glintblade Phalanx, and then we're going to switch over to Magic Glintblade, as the case may be. Alright, so from this point, grab that mushroom. And there's some soldiers up here. I know there's a golden rune there, but it's just going to blow right by those guys. We're going to go to this location right here. This is Darriwil, the Darriwil boss fight that we were warned about by the guy, the wolf guy that we met at Mistwood Ruins. And this is where this boss fight takes place. Now, as long as you talked to Kale about Blade, you can get him to help you in this fight, because you're not allowed to use any summons in this fight. So I'm going to tell you everything now because I'm going to be busy as soon as we get down there, right? What's going to happen is we're going to get down there. You're going to see a little yellow thingy on the floor off to your right. You're going to interact with that. And that's going to bring up the half-wolf summon to help you with this ridiculously, which would otherwise be a ridiculously tough fight for a mage. And he's going to help us. Then we're going to back off to the far corner. That's going to bring out the boss. And we're going to load up a phalanx and then switch over to the glint blades and just spam up the glint blades until we run out of FP. At that point, the half-wolf will have engaged Darriwil, reload our FP, and spam out some more glint blades, and that should be the end of him. And if it isn't, it's no big deal because you don't have any money to lose. Just try it again, okay? And even if your money is easily retrievable, so let's go do it. Enter I don't even know how to pronounce that, but anyways, that thing in there. Evergaol. Okay, now it's easy to miss. It's right there. Interact with this thing here. Summon this cooperator. Now, whenever you do this, right? Whenever you like get the option to summon someone, it actually makes the boss stronger. But usually it's worth it. And there's the boss right there. Alright? And we're summoning and just approach him a little closer and wait for him to finally...
Darriwil.
Here we go.
Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Okay, it's going to back off, bring up the phalanx, ask for protection, switch over to the glint blades, and we're going to back off out of the circle, and that's going to bring up the boss. Target him, and spam the glint blades. That's it. That's all there is to it. I've been watching a lot of blind playthroughs lately, just out of curiosity, and even those who seemingly know what they're doing, and I'm astonished at how... I mean, hats off for these people for brute forcing their way through the game. Okay, hats off for doing that, but wow. A lot of you guys are doing this the hard way. Like a lot of things in the game, you're doing it the hard way. Anyways, that's the easy way to take care of that guy. And what we got as a reward is a kick-ass weapon. This thing right here, the Bloodhound's Fang. This is nuts, though. Absolutely nuts. This is why I had you bump up your strength to 12, so we can two-hand this. And even though the strength requirement is 18, if we two-hand it, we'll be able to use it properly. And yeah, this is absolutely nuts. And let's talk to this guy.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
And he gives you a somber smithing stone rank too, which is perfect. Anything else?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I should say, if you venture north to Rea Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
Duly noted. And I think that's it.
That's enough chit-chat for now.
Okay, sorry.
It's time we parted ways.
Okay. Off you go. And thanks, eh? Okay, thanks for the help. And that's it. So we got ourselves a kick-ass new weapon. Let's check it out. The Bloodhound's Fang. And switch over to it, and we don't have enough strength to hold it, like to wield it regularly, so hold down the interact button to press the attack button to wield it in two hands, and now we can do the skill. The Bloodhound's Finesse. This thing is absolutely nuts. What you do is you press the skill button and you follow it up immediately with a strong attack. So here we go. Actually, let's get to the safe area. I don't want to upset these worms here. Okay, so press the skill button, follow it up with a strong attack. Is that nuts or what? You don't have to follow it up with a strong attack. Sometimes just like the first part, which will cost you 12 FP, is enough to do in an enemy. And it's like it gets him out of the way too. But if you want like to really lay it on, skill and then strong attack. Absolutely nuts. Right now, you can see it's doing 176 damage right here. Right armament number 2. We can make that a lot better. This is a unique weapon, so it doesn't take regular smithing stones to upgrade it. It takes somber smithing stones. And conveniently enough, we just happen to have a somber smithing stone 1 and a somber smithing stone 2. We can upgrade this twice. We're going to have to go to the round table hole to do this. So let's go do that right now. Gonna go see the blacksmith. Find the door to the left of the fireplace.
Well, where have you been hiding? I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
Took us for dead, eh? You've been watching too many blind playthroughs too, eh? Okay, and let's upgrade this sucker. Requires first somber smithing stone 1, and you can see it bumps up the base damage from 141 to 161. And let's do it again, but we need more money. Not much more money. Let's go take this for a little test drive. Actually, let's test it out on our favorite crash test dummy at the Third Church of America. Henceforth, throughout our stay in Limgrave and the Weeping Peninsula, which we're going to break into very shortly. Anytime we need to test or field test a new weapon, this is the guide to see. Now, you can put Scholar's armament on it and make it even more powerful. So let's do that right now. Memorize spell, take all those out. Scholar's armament in the first one. Glint blade in the second one. We won't need that, but it's always useful to have that around. So those 3, okay? Scholar's armament, magic glint blade, and glintstone pebble. Alright, let's switch back to our normal configuration. Put the melee weapon in the right hand and the staff in the left. And a shield. Very good. Okay, so Scholar's armament. Hold it in 2 hands. That's pretty much it. We don't have to load up the Flask of Wondrous Physic. And we'll take a look at the damage. See, it's doing 305. That should be enough. Let's test it out on our favorite punching bag. Okay. Gonna give him the whole 9 yards. Get right up close. That worked great. Now I knew he was going to stomp me, but I knew I'd survive. So basically it's skill, strong attack, then slam on the skill button again, just keep tapping it so that even though if he stomps on you, you're going to kick in like the skill again and then do another strong attack after and takes him down. No problem. You will take some heat, but yeah, so this is our new troll buster. Insert diabolical laughter. Alright, let's go back to the round table. and finish off upgrading this baby.
Well, where have you been hiding? I took you for dead, no matter. Lay out your arms.
Okay, we got the money now.
Back already.
Oops,
No
nope,
matter.
sorry. And that's it. So we're good to go. Back to the Third Church America. Now, if you want to max this out with everything, you know, like just throw the kitchen sink at him, you could take the Flask of Wondrous Physics so that you can wield it in one hand, and then two-handed on top of that. So, Flask of Wondrous Physics, Scholar's Armament, hold down the interact button, press the attack button to wield it in two hands, and then, see, now we're doing 352 damage. Let's take it for a little test drive. Skill, strong attack, repeat. Regardless of whether he stomps on you or not. Get it right up close. And down he goes. Who loves you? Who loves you? Now, is that a troll takedown or what? Huh? Who loves you? Slack loves us. That's right. Slack loves you. All right. So, I have upgraded you just since last video. Let's go talk to, what's his face? Height. Kenneth Height. To finally finish off, well, I don't want to do any spoilers. Kenneth Height is right near the Third Church America. Right on top of this bridge here.
Hello?
You can hear him talking there. Right up here.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh,
You don't say.
Erdtree, grant me succor.
Don't you mean, come be a sucker. Anyways, to show you on the map where I am, there's the Third Church America, is just down the road on top of this bridge here. Let's go talk to him.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in... Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but, No. No, the help is very much appreciated. Even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the True Order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood.
You don't
The
say.
Knight Commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Knight Commander, eh? And we've already done that, so all we have to do is just interact with him again and give him the good news. The Knight Commander is already dead. Try that again, Slack. The Knight Commander is already dead, dude.
What's this, kind sir?
Yeah,
Remarkable. The Knight Commander dead.
that's right.
Already?
Yep.
A blessing if ever I chanced upon one. Fine work, I say. Fine work indeed. I doubt that it was your intention, but the deed is done, and I commend you. Now, this is your reward. Go on. It's yours, for the keeping.
And it gives you a dagger that we can't use unless we bump up our faith, which we're going to get a crystal tier to do anyways, but not necessarily for this purpose. And let's have a little more chit chat with him.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Haight, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch.
Okay. Anything else?
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd Tree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
Huh. Become a bootlick to a pompous-ass jerk-off like you. Yeah, okay, why not? We're curious.
Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think.
Oh, we're gonna become a knight,
I
okay.
see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd Tree blessed.
Right, cool. So meet you at the fort, eh? Can do. So we know where that is. Fort Height. West. Now when you arrive, the place is going to be infested with demi-humans. So we're going to have to take him down. Well, actually, technically, you don't have to take him down. You could just speed run up to the top of the fort, but they will start kind of pouring in and harassing you, so you might as well take him down. It's no big deal. And we can't take our horse past this point here. So, bring up your staff and switch over to Glintstone Pebble, and let's just start wiping all these guys. That should be one shot each, no problem. And the guy over there. We just switch over to... Watch it. Back off. Okay, while I'm fumble fingering around with my inventory, these guys are like, you know, trying to get my rapier up. There we go. Okay, now I got it. What are you doing? I love the war cry. Good on you, dude. This guy gave up a... I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I never actually looked it up. I'm going to call it a falcon and another falcon. Okay. Falchion, falcon... Falchion. I'm going to go with falcon. I believe I already have one of those. Interesting. Cool. Alright, don't want to use up my FP. Hang on. that everybody? Don't forget these smoldering butterflies here. Looks like that's it. Kenneth, I think you got a little pest problem here.
Ah, you, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. And one must be found, with haste. And not that awful Godric, but a
What about
true
us?
and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
Okay. You promised like this kind of knighthood kind of thing there? Well, what's up with that?
I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as
What?
things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
So basically, we're not a true and stalwart lord of whatever. Okay, that cuts it. Now you have two choices. You can keep him alive and get what I believe is an ancient dragon smithing stone much later in the game, or you can kill him now and get a golden seed. Kill! Yeah, I say kill. Yeah, definitely kill. And this is the way you can kill him. Here's what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to release the hounds. And hopefully you got some fire pots. Over here, boys. And what else? Let's use our new... this guy right here. Scholar's armament. Flask of Wondrous Physic. And that should do it. We're ready to go. He's not that hard, it's just that he can get a little out of hand. Okay, so basically what you want to do is get behind him, pretty close, chuck a couple of fire pots at him, and then he's gonna like shoot off to the left there, and then the wolves will engage him, and then we can finish him off with the Bloodhound's Fang. Alright, so that's the plan. Let's do it. Now you can target him. That's it. That's all it takes. Sorry, buddy. But you promised us knighthood. And you reneged on that. So, thank you, boys. Back to the beyond you go. Off you go. And Kenneth Height gives you a golden seed. Excellent. Except at this point, we're going to require 2 golden seeds to get another flask charge. So we're going to have to get another golden seed. And that's coming up next video, just to demonstrate. Add charge to flask, and here he says use 2 golden seeds to increase your number of flask uses, and we don't have enough. We only have 1. So we're gonna have to go get another one. Where do we get another one, Slack? I'm gonna show you next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Is that worth the price of admission or what? You got yourself a kick-ass new weapon. Let me just show you this thing in action. This is nuts. Let's go back to the gate front. See if we can show you what we can do with this. Even without using the Flask of Wondrous Physic, you just two-hand it. Now that you have strength high enough. And let's harass this guy. Come here, buddy. That's it. Closer. Closer. Get some. Is that nuts or what? If you don't get him the first shot, A Lordsworn's shield. Interesting. And, oh, shield bash. Oh, I gotta play around with that. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and post a comment, because I love to hear from my target audience. Alright, see you next time for some more Elden Ring. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.